My name is Shayla, and some of you guys might already know me from a couple of Jun's videos on the whole Jun situation. For those of you who don't, and for those of you who don't know my side of the story, that is what I'm here today to tell you guys. I know that a lot of YouTubers have already kind of touched a little basis of what went down and the dirty dirt that he done did on me, but I really thought it was important for me to come forth and explain it myself, because like Jun said in his most recent video, there are two sides of every story. I believe there's actually three. There's one person's side, the other person's side, and the truth. Of course, I believe my side is closest to the truth, of course, but you know, you guys will never be able to see the truth, so you have to rely on the two people telling it and the evidence and the receipts to see who's closest to the truth. I'll be making sure to show the receipts and evidence of everything that I'm going to be talking about at the end of the video. I'm not really good with editing. I've never done a YouTube video by myself before, so please bear with me in this low quality. I just want to put a disclaimer, like, I'm not here to bully Jun. I do not want people bullying Jun either. I didn't really want to be a press queen about this whole matter. After it happened, I wanted to just throw it away in the garbage and just move on from the experience because I learned my lesson. And I really want to make this video as quick as possible. I hate sitting through long YouTube videos and I just wanted to get straight to the point, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about how I met him. Basically, I was in Korea already for about a month and I had no friends, so you know, I reached out to him after watching a couple of his videos. Gonna say it in plain terms, I thought this dude was woke. Like, I thought he was, you know, allies for Black people. You know, I loved what he was doing with his channel. I messaged him after watching one of his F-boy videos and he was like, you know, if you don't have any friends, call me up. Like, he gets back with me and we're like, yeah. I'm like, hey, I want to be your friend. You're cool. You know, if you have any time, I would love to hang out with you. He's like, sure. Like, I would love to do that as well. We, you know, talk a little bit and he's like, hey, do you want to be in one of my videos? I, at the time, really was not worried about videos at all. I'm not really a video person. I hate being in front of the camera. Absolutely hate doing this video right now. But I was like, sure, you know, I wanted to help him with whatever he needed for his channel. Like I said, I supported his channel. And we met up and we talked for a while. The first meetup, it was good. It was cool. Like I said, I thought he was an ally. He seemed well educated. So he had kind of mentioned to me that his one friend, his Ethiopian friend, had left and he really didn't have any more content to put out with her, and that he was kind of looking for somebody else to put out content with, something of that matter. And I was like, yeah, like, I'll definitely help you make videos. That's great. Like, he showed me how much he was making off the videos and I was like, wow, like, if it's profiting you that much, like, I would love to help you out. So he stays in Gangnam and I was living about 2 hours away in a place called Hangsong. So he came out to Hangsong to make the video with me. He made the video and like he was like ready to go, and I'm like, well, don't you want to like kind of chill a little bit more, you know, like we can go to Noraebang, we can go get something to eat, like what do you want to do? He's like, yeah, we can do that. And so we do, and then he ends up leaving. I went back to Seoul because I used to go to Seoul like every week, and we met up again and we were hanging out, and he takes me back to his brother's like place and he's like, yeah, can we make some more videos? Can we go live? He says, can we go live? And I'm like, I really don't want to go live. I just kind of want to chill and hang out. I didn't know this day was supposed to be for videos, but he's begging me. He's like, please, I really want to go live. This is what helps me financially, da 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 da. So I was like, okay, fine, like I can go live with you, whatever. I go live with him, and in this recent video, he like plays it as if like I liked him, and I really only like Jun as a friend. Like, I've kind of felt a little bad for him because he was really self-conscious about himself. He would say, oh, like, I'm so ugly, and whenever we hang out, he'd be like, thank you so much for hanging out with a person like me. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, but that was, like I said, I had no romantic feelings for this guy. I just thought of him as a friend. But you know, I learned later throughout the whole process that he really, really, really liked me. So, you know, time goes by, we hardly message each other, which was cool because I'm not someone to text someone really fast. Like, I don't message constantly with someone, but there was times when I did want to message him, like, oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And he wouldn't really respond. I know now he only really responded when it was something business for him, whatever. But anyway, we meet up and we make a video. After the video, we go grab something to eat. He's sitting talking, we're talking, he's talking about, you know, the usual stuff, how he hates girls going to clubs. I'm like, you know, what's wrong with clubs? I don't really go to clubs, but what's your problem with girls that go to clubs? And he's just like, there's nothing but clubs, but easy. He just talks so much about how foreigners are just so easy because they come to Korea thinking Korean men want them, as if that's what we're worried about coming to Korea for, whatever. But at the end of it, you know, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna be going home. Like, I hope that we can still be friends later. And he's like, well, why are you going home? And I'm like, you know, like, it's time for me to go home and make some more money. I didn't have a visa, so there was no way for me to work in Korea, and I was running low on funds. And he was like, well, you know, whenever you do videos with me, like, our views go up. People are always commenting and saying, you know, you guys should do videos together. He's like, AMBW is really like trending right now. If you stay, I will buy you an apartment and just stay. And I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, yeah, but this channel, it has to be you like pretending to be my girlfriend. And I'm like,
it's not realistic. It's just not realistic.
I don't really want to, and you know, like, I kind of figured he was, like, I know he was profiting off of this, obviously. I see how much he was making, but when he said that, I was kind of like, oh shoot. Like, I know fake YouTubers do this all the time, the little fake YouTuber couples, but I was telling him, I was like, that's not me. People can tell when chemistry is not right. He's like, no, people just want to see what they want to see. I'm like, Jun, like, I'll stay, but we're gonna be doing friendship videos. It's gonna be a friendship thing. He's like, okay, cool, but AMBW has to be in the title. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. As long as I don't have to say I'm your girlfriend, like, whatever, we can make friend videos. He's like, I just want to do your hair, you can do my hair, you can do makeup, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, like, we can do that as a friend. Some people were asking why I agreed to do videos with him, and my answer is because I was broke. I didn't have any money. I was running out of money, and you know, I already did 2 videos and a live with him at that point. I might as well get paid to do them, you know? So the Friday before the incident that happened in the taxi cab, he messages me and says, I bought a gochujang, I bought you a gochujang, you know, it's all good for you to come. We had a little fight over, he just basically bought a gochujang that was so close to him, like a 5-minute walk to him, when he let me pick a gochujang before, and I picked it so it wasn't close. I believe in having distance from him. And before, he had already kind of said, when you come out here, you're not going to be allowed to club, you can't go partying, you can't hook up with guys, you don't need to be doing, I don't want you to do any of that. And I agree, because it's like, even if I did go hang out with a guy, like, how would he know? But I didn't want to be that close to him. There was no reason that he needed me to be within 5 minutes of him walking. It was just too close. I come to Seoul and Gangnam, and he helps me move in, whatever. We decided to go out to the Han River. During this process, we were talking about YouTube videos. He asked me how much did I want per YouTube video, percentage wise. So I said, you told me that your viewers go up, people are asking to see me. If you make a video, and I would like about 40% of that. He's like, no way, you're not worth that. I can go get any black girl off of the street. You think you're special. You have 1,000 Instagram followers. That's it. There's no way that you're getting 40%, more like 10. I was kind of mad at that, and that he tried to downgrade my value, basically. He was just going on talking about a lot of stuff that night, and it made me realize our kind of characters were a little bit different than what I thought. We're actually at the Han River chilling, and he's like, I think you should go home. We're not really a character match. If you want me to go home, I'll go. And we start walking back to the Goshiwan, and we just start arguing, like we really do. And he just starts going off of me. He's like, F you, you be like this and this and that. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not about to let you sit here and cuss me out in front of all of these people. Like, that's not how it's gonna go down. Like, I'm already a spectacle in Korea because, I'm black out here, but you yelling at me?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
That ain't the move. I walk and leave him, but he's behind me, and he kind of like is telling me he told me I was going the wrong direction, so I let him walk in front of me. I'm still pissed off. I'm very, very pissed off at this point too. So I let him walk ahead of me, and as soon as I get the chance, I take off running. I didn't want to deal with Jun. I wanted to just go home and go to sleep. I make it safe to my Goshiwan. He is messaging me. I've only been at the Goshiwan for about 30 minutes, and he's messaging me. He's like blowing my phone up, like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm like, cool, but I'm like, Jun, like, I'm safe, but leave me alone. I really don't want to talk to you after all the hurtful things that you said to me. He's like, well, where are you? And I did lie about going to a hotel. I told him I was at a hotel. I Googled the nearest hotel and told him I was at a hotel. I told him I didn't want to speak to him. I lied to him about being at the hotel because I did not want him to come back and speak to me. I was packing my stuff up to go. I really didn't want to deal with him anymore. I just did not want him to know. Like, I really did not want him to know that I was at that Goshiwan. I didn't want to speak to him. He messages me and he's like, please don't go. Like, I really, really don't want you to go at all. I'm so sorry for all the things that I said. I should have never said that to you, We had agreed to do like 4 videos a week, but he was like, if you stay, we can do 2 videos a week. I will pay for your place. I will pay for your way back home, your ticket home. I will, and I will give you $160 extra. And okay, I really don't have a way back home. I don't have really any of this money besides the $200 that he gave me. So I'm just like, okay, Jun, I'll stay. And I already told him that I would make videos with him. So I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll stay. I tell him I'll stay. We decide to meet on that Tuesday. This was Saturday when it happened. And that Sunday afternoon, he texted me at like 5 something, and he's like, yeah, you have to pay this money back though that I give you. And I message him and I'm like, well, that was one of the reasons that I was gonna stay. So like, I'm just like, if I stay and go home, I'm gonna have to owe you $200, or if there's no difference. My hand to God, I was going to stay and do videos. But I just told him, like, either way is different, because I really just wanted him to give me the $160. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I already did videos with him. The live that I did with him, after he got finished with the live, he had made like $500. So I'm like, there's nothing wrong with him giving me extra money. Like, I'm helping him out. Then 8 o'clock on Sunday. And I go out with someone and I come back. And I am responding. I come back at like 1 something and I am responding. I'm like, either way, whatever I do, it's the same. At 1:30, And like I said, I will be sure to post all of these receipts because I have no problem backing up what I'm saying, these claims that I'm saying. At 1:30ish, he is like, why aren't you at your Goshiwan? Where are you at? You didn't even lock your door. And I know I didn't lock my door. So I'm like, I'm like, what? Like, where is he? He can't be here because I was in the shower. So I'm like, this dude is really here at 1:30. So I run, he's in the Goshiwan. I'm like, oh my God, like, what are you doing here? I look at him, I'm like, you're crazy. He's like, I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. 1:30 in the morning, okay? I go back to the bathroom. I had just got out the shower too, so I didn't want to talk to him when I had just got out the shower. It was 1:30 in the morning, me reiterating, 1:30 in the morning. Any regular guy would have just waited till the next morning, but I was responding back to him on the text messages, so there's no reason that he could have said, oh, she wasn't responding, because he follows me to the bathroom. He's like, Shayla, I just want to talk to you. He's banging on the door. He's like, Shayla, just let me talk. I really just want to talk to you. Please let me talk to you. I don't know. He's calling me. I'm like, June, leave me alone. It's 1:30 in the morning and you shut up at this Goshiwan. It's, I don't like it. I'm like, June, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered with. I'm highly upset with him. And, you know, like this, it snaps like this with him. He went from, please let me talk to you, to F you, you need to get out. You don't want to talk to me? Leave. You need to go. You need to get out. F you, F you, F you, F you. So he's cussing at me in this bathroom, outside. And I go back to my room to start packing. And he is outside the room. So I call my friend. And we're on the phone and I'm packing. He is like, I have the backup key. He's like, and I'm like, June, I'm gonna leave tomorrow morning. He's like, yeah, if you stay, find out what happens the next morning if you stay, like threatening me. He's like, I have the backup key. I'm gonna call the police on you. And I'm like,
I see your spirit. I see your energy, you awful bitch.
This guy is crazy. Like, okay, like this is when I fully see his crazy, because I've seen little bits and pieces of crazy, but it wasn't like, you would think the flag would be red enough, but it wasn't red enough for me, but until that moment. And I go to leave. He's outside of the door and like his demeanor like absolutely changes for a second. He's like, can I help you with your bags? Are you okay? I'm like, oh yeah, he crazy. He crazy. Like he's wonky. So I'm like, I look him in the face. I'm like, June, you're crazy. And I keep moving. And he's like, B, give me my money. You need to give me my money. Like you're leaving now. Give me my money. I'm like, June, you ain't seeing $1 out of $200. None of it. And when I say that, he like gets so upset. He's like, give me the key right now. So I throw the key at him. This is when he claims I assaulted him, you guys, when I threw the key at him. And I did not throw it to aim it at his face. It landed in his chest, and he was right by me, so I just threw it at him. And he like hits me. Like he hits me in the back. And this was when the first like assault happened. He hits me. He's like, you need to give me my money. You need to give me my money. So he entered a little clip of me telling him to suck a dick, to kiss my ass, da da da. This was after he put his hands on me. He failed to mention that. So I was fuming. I was on the phone with my best friend. My friend was like, don't hit her. So, you know, when I'm in an uncomfortable situation, I'm like laughing, but I really was pissed. So, and I'm trying not to put my hands on him because this is Korea. They have cameras everywhere, literally everywhere. And I know it would not look good at all. It would be not a good look for me if I was to put my hands on this Korean man. So I'm trying to get down the steps. He's trying to push my luggage. He's trying to push me down the steps. He is like basically just trying to slow my progress. And I tell him like, June, if you don't move out my way, I'm going to push you down the steps. And this is when he starts recording and everything. Of course, he gets me when I'm like pissed, like really pissed. Like after he put me through this whole ordeal. It was nothing calm about him coming to my place at 1:30 a.m. in the morning, banging on my door to talk to me. Nothing calm. So I end up leaving the building. He calls the police. He says, this is not going to be good for you. I'm Korean. Do you really want to get in trouble in a Korean country? And I'm like,
this is not going to be good for you. I'm Korean.
No, I really don't want to get in trouble in a Korean, like in Korea. Like that's not good. I'm trying to secure the residency bag. I'm not trying to get in trouble. So, you know, I'm walking off. Who gonna argue with the Korean police and you don't speak Korean? Not me. So I'm walking thinking he's just gonna let me go. None of that. I try to get in a taxi. He's like, we're like, and you guys, most of you have already seen that video.
Leave me alone! Stop! 미치냐? Stop it! Get off of me!
Stop.
You can't tell me to stop.
Stop. No,
I don't
You're
belong
criminal.
here.
You're criminal.
I don't
You
belong
get my
here.
money, and you don't know where. But you owe me
You gave me $20 for a YouTube video.
fucking bullshit.
Did you not?
Give,
I have it on my...
and we did not make any fucking YouTube video.
That video, I literally hate that video because it brings back all the frustration that I have. I'm not even gonna talk about it. There's like a couple Korean bystanders, and he's telling the one, he's like, she's a thief, she's a criminal, she stole my money. And you know, of course, another Korean is gonna believe another Korean when they already kind of I'm not saying every Korean has a certain stereotype about blacks, because I've never experienced racism in my whole time of being in Korea. But you know, he's the person of the same race, although it's not always right and always legit, is usually gonna sit with another person of the same race, especially in Korea. So he's telling them and that I'm a criminal, and I'm a thief, and he's telling a taxi driver, don't take me anywhere because I stole his $200. And when I say that was the most embarrassing moment of my life, it was the most. It's already crazy to be humiliated in your own country, but in a country where you can't even speak up for yourself, because I don't speak Korean. I really couldn't tell them anything. I couldn't explain to them what was going on. So I get out the taxi and I'm like, you know what? I can't go anywhere. I'm just gonna wait for these police to come and hope that the police like speak a bit of English. He calls the police. He's like, yeah, the police don't really speak any English, but I can translate it for you. And I'm like, what do I need you to translate my story for? That don't make sense. But anyway, the police come, and Jun's like, I'm gonna sue you. Even if I have to spend $2,000, I'm gonna sue you because this is a personal thing for me. And the police come, they listen to his side of the story. The one does speak a little bit of English. I don't know how much he understands, because he was kind of looking at me at that blank stare. You know, when someone like says they understand something and they're kind of just like, okay. And a lot of people have asked, like, you know, well, why didn't you tell the police officers that you were assaulted and harassed? I did. I said that he put his hands on me. Police really didn't do anything, as I would expect them not to in Korea, when a Korean man is like telling them about what a black woman did to him. So they're looking at my passport, they're checking my passport to make sure everything is like cool. And I didn't know it at the time, but apparently Korea is not giving out stamps, they are giving out pieces of paper. So, you know, I didn't know that, and I thought, you know, when they didn't stamp it, I was like, whatever, cool. The police kept looking for the stamp, and at that time, Jun's like, you need to keep checking. I think she's an illegal immigrant. You need to deport her. And, you know, they keep asking me, well, where's the stamp? I'm like, I don't know. Like, the stamp ain't my problem. Like, check y'all people. All right, I get so frustrated thinking about this story because it just, Like, for you to say that you are trying to help the Black community, as if we really, whatever. For you to say that you're trying to help the Black community and bring a light towards the racism happening in Korea, but to call the police on someone you know didn't do anything wrong, that's $200. I have messages. He told me that I don't even have to do videos. If I came to Seoul and was there, he would just give me the money. Like I said, I have receipts of that. I will post at the end of the video. For him to call the police on me, for him to tell the surrounding Koreans, the Koreans watching the incident, that I was a thief and a criminal and I stole something from him, for him to tell the police officers to keep checking my stuff because I might be an illegal immigrant, but you know, at that moment when I was seeing how he could do all of this, I realized he's not an ally for the Black community.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie.
Because if you were, no matter how mad he was about the $200, it's not like he willingly gave me that money. I didn't steal that money from him. I really don't want to like talk down on anyone. I'm not here to bully anyone. I'm not here to bully Jun. But I am here to shed light on this situation, to bring my story to the table, and to really just expose the lies that he has constantly put out. Like I said, I didn't want to do this, but he really has left me with no choice. And you know, a lot of the stories haven't been 100% correct. Just recently, about 3 days ago, he messaged me and he said, yeah, I asked him to delete my videos from his channel because I no longer wanted to be associated with him. He said okay, and he was like, you know what, I just want to let you know that I'm really sorry for what I did to you and that time, you know. And you know, I'm thinking that first wow, I thought that he was sincere. So, you know, I said, if you're really sincere with your apology, of course I accept it. You know, you're young, I'm young, people make mistakes off of emotion sometimes. Still don't really appreciate how you kind of play the narrative of your innocent Korean getting robbed by a Black girl, but whatever. I can put that behind me. He's like, you're one of the best people I've ever met. And I'm like, yeah, like, cool, whatever. I accept your apology, we can move on from it. But then later, he's like, you know what, no, she's wrong. He calls me out of my name on a live later after he apologized to me, after he took blame and said that he was wrong for what he did. He makes another YouTube video today about how I was wrong, again painting me out negatively. So Jun, you can't be sorry for something, sorry to someone, sorry for any of your actions if you don't move on from those actions. And my thing, what I want to say to you, Jun, if you're watching, you need to listen. If your channel is about bringing light to racism, bringing light to oppression against Blacks, trying to remove those stereotypes in Korea, you need to listen to what Black people have to say and have to offer to you about how they feel when they think that videos are hurtful or what you do is hurtful. Just take it and listen to it. We're not just saying this just to say it. Like, if we say something's hurtful, it doesn't help for you to be like, oh, I don't care that you think it's hurtful. It wasn't supposed to be. If I slap you in the face and you're like, ouch, that hurts, and I say, well, I mean, oh well, it wasn't supposed to hurt. It still hurt. It still hurt. And what I want to say to any Black woman that's watching this that doesn't already know, because some of us already know, you are beautiful. You don't need any validation. Your beauty is there when someone notices it and when someone doesn't notice it. You're still beautiful. You don't need any validation from any Korean man that tells you that you're beautiful. You don't need it. So, I mean, he makes all of these Korean react videos, and I mean, as if we really care. Most of us already know how Koreans feel. So, if you're really, really sincere in your channel and you're trying to do what you're saying you're trying to do, although I personally doubt you are because your actions show that you're not. I'm not a person of words. You can listen to words all day. You have to look on someone's actions, and Jun's actions show. They show what kind of person that he is. I don't think people can't change. People can change. They don't change just overnight. So I'm not a huge fan of this just cancel culture, and with canceling someone without showing them where they went wrong and trying to change their actions for later, help them, inform them of their actions so that they can change it. Because everyone makes mistakes, you know, everyone does. But you need to do some deep reflection, Jun. If you're watching again, please reflect on the hurt that you've caused many people. Again, don't call yourself an ally to blacks if you're not. Because right now you're not.
But today